Clemson Tigers are now with us. Head coach Brad Brownell, Marquise Reed, Gabe DeVoe represent the Tigers. We're going to ask the head coach to make a statement on the game. Then we'll go to questions for all three gentlemen from Clemson. Brad, please.
First off, congratulate Kansas. I thought they were really ready to play and just had a really good gear today. I thought their tempo was great and probably caused us not to play our best game. We just seemed a little bit out of sorts, struggled on the glass early, and I think that was a big problem. And then for whatever reason, maybe a little bit of nerves, I don't know, but we turned the ball over. And you're going to struggle when you don't rebound well and you turn it over on offense. I thought that was a big factor in the game. And then I thought a couple of the Kansas kids were very opportunistic in shooting. I thought Malik Newman played extremely well and made some tough shots. Udoka was a huge factor. They're a completely different team when he's on the floor. He just was a difference maker. Obviously, was 7 out of 9, and his rebounding. That's a major problem because of all the three-point shooting. It's he's one-on-one down there, and he's a major factor. I'm proud of our kids. I thought our kids competed. We didn't have our best game, and sometimes that's not easy to keep fighting like that. But our guys took it to the wire, and if we just made one or two more plays, we might have had a chance to tie this thing. So couldn't be more proud of our guys, the way they competed today. But it's just been an unbelievable pleasure to coach these guys. They've been tremendous all season. Questions?
First question. Right there. Thank you.
Sean Goodwin, Daily Kensington. Coach, can you just talk a bit about the technical foul a little bit before halftime and just what got Dick to momentum?
Yeah, we weren't playing very well, but at 7 minutes to go in the first half, I think it was a 2-point game. And obviously we didn't close the half well. It might have been 7 or 8 when the technical happened, and I think we had just had a little small run with a basket or two, and I guess D'Souza and Thomas got their arms together, which happens, and Eli got his elbow up and grazed him or whatever, and so it's a technical. Obviously, that's a huge play because you're not only giving them 2 points and then the ball, but Eli now has a second foul, and it was just another example of how it felt like a mountain that we were climbing all day, and it's kind of one of those things when nothing seems to be happening well for your team. That was just another in a long line in the first half.
Ian Eklund, AP Broadcast. This is for Gabe. Looking at the box score, it looks like you left it all out on the court today. Did you leave it all out there, and how do you feel?
Yeah, I thought I did. Just trying any way possible to give my team a chance to win at the end. Really tried to rally the guys in the first half when we got down. Just continue to fight. Make some big stops down the stretch. It gave us a chance, but we just weren't able to get over the hump.
Yeah, for Brad, Chuck Culpepper from the Washington Post. When you said they're a whole different team when he's out there, what are maybe some details that make that so?
Well, obviously he can score one-on-one. His size is so big that he's catching the ball 5 feet from the rim. And because they have 4 guys making shots, like, Vic is the guy who you would think maybe we can help a little bit off Vic because he's like their worst three-point shooter, but he still has 50-some-odd on the season, and he goes 3 for 6 tonight. So there's not like most teams have somebody that you can kind of scratch off. So one of the reasons they're so hard to guard is they've got a center that scores if he catches it deep, and he's bigger than everybody on the floor. So he does get position, and then you got guards that can all make shots and drive by you, and they play with great spacing. So it's just it's good coaching, it's good players, and if they don't have a center like that, then you don't care as much if they throw it in there and guy scores a little bit. But Udoka scored enough to be a problem. And even D'Souza played well, but, you know, Udoka hit a huge left-hand hook in the second half late. Man, that's a tough shot. And he made that shot right when we were kind of had some momentum. That was a big play, and obviously he had others.
Anything else for the gentleman from Clemson? Yes. Thank you.
Just one more also for Coach. How you think, I mean, it's the first time in 21 years you got to this point. And, I mean, you've said a few things about it, but how do you think everybody handled it, and what do you think it means for you?
I think it means a lot. Obviously, the exposure we've gotten in the last, couple weeks have been terrific. Confidence in our players to know that we can get to this point and play with these kinds of teams. We do it on a regular basis in our league, but to go out to San Diego and play the way we played tremendous out there. And, so I think those are big things. I don't know if, I'd like not to think that the lights didn't bother us a little. We play in a league where we play this kind of competition on a regular basis, but by the way we played in the first half, we had some careless turnovers and we had some things that made it look like we were a little starstruck a couple times. And I just think we had a hard time settling in. And even when it was 25-23, I think that was a score with 7 minutes to go in the first half, I really didn't feel like we were playing well. And, again, some of that is because of Kansas. But we just weren't in a comfortable spot like we'd been, and we just had a hard time kind of getting comfortable most of the day. And I don't know if that was because of the nature of the game or, just playing Kansas. But certainly it was a great run here, and I couldn't be prouder of these guys.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Yep.